So, Mario Jumpman. Mario is a name that has lasted both generations and Nintendo consoles, and while Nintendo has been taking some L's recently for their horrible business decisions, the games they make are undeniably fun. So, let's take a look at the best Mario game from every Nintendo console. So on the CDI, my favorite Mario game is Hotel Mario. I just wanted to get that one out of the way. Moving on to a better video game console though, the NES has quite a few banger Mario games on it, surprisingly. The original Super Mario Bros. Is one of my favorite Mario platforming games even after all these years, and I promise it has nothing to do with Mario 35. But while I like the original Super Mario Bros. Even more than Super Mario Bros. 2, which is a hot take I know, I think Mario 3 is just straight up better than both of these games, and you guys better agree with me because I'm not having it in the comment section. One of the main reasons the original Super Mario Bros. Was so fun is because its physics and momentum controls feel good to play, and at the time a lot of platformer games just straight up had doo-doo controls. But Super Mario Bros. 3 not only improves on the controls of the original game, but also adds on to the Mario world in several ways. There's an overworld now with items and toad houses that carry over to the new Soup games. There's even secret passages both in the levels and throughout the hub world, like if you use the flute at any point. I'm sure anyone who's played this game knows how fun it is, but what's also cool about it is the fact that it's a play. I'm not gonna get into that theory though. What do I look like, MatPat? After the Nintendo Entertainment System took over the world, Nintendo decided that wasn't good enough and released the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, which according to Sega lacks blast processing, whatever that means. But with the adjective super being involved in this new console, there were going to be some super good Mario games that utilized all the new technology of the future. And one of the best ones on the Super Nintendo is Mario's Time Machine. Alright, I'm joking. The best one is actually Mario is Missing. Anyway, Super Mario World is arguably one of the best games in the entire series, and for good reason. Not only were the controls and mechanics once again improved, but the game also looks much nicer. The art style of Super Mario World is one of my favorite video game art styles of all time. Well, at least it was, until all the DSi flip notes tarnished the image. Super Mario World also added one of my favorite power-ups in the entire series, which is the cape. The cape is like a fire flower, but instead of shooting fire, you fly. I mean, it should be self-explanatory why this is so good, but anyone who's ever played a Kirby platformer game knows what's up here. The Nintendo 64 came out eventually with a whopping 64 bits, whatever those things are. Personally, I don't like the Nintendo 64 as much as other Nintendo consoles, especially the Super Nintendo, just due to how polished the Super Nintendo was versus how experimental the N64 was, but the console obviously is far from being bad. There are several Mario games on it, but we all know the best one is Mario 64. I haven't played it, I'm not even gonna lie. I was gonna cap and say Mario Kart 64 or Mario Party 64 were the best ones, since I've played both of those, but I mean, come on, the N64 without Mario 64 is more depressing than the Wii U. But to avoid thinking about the Wii U, let's wrap up looking at Nintendo's retro consoles, so to speak, and start taking a look at Nintendo's more modern ones. And also the Mario games, too. Because that's what this video is about. The GameCube probably isn't the first, second, or even third console you think of when you hear the phrase newer Nintendo consoles, but I mean, Melee is still popular, so let's roll with it. Mario Sunshine is another game I actually haven't gotten the chance to play, but I don't think it's the best Mario game on the console. I've heard quite a few seemingly valid complaints about the game, and while I haven't checked it out for myself yet, I feel like I wouldn't enjoy it as much as some of the other Mario games on the GameCube. Obviously, the best Mario game for the GameCube is Super Smash Bros. Melee Mario Kart Double Dash. You've probably heard Mario Kart Double Dash is the best one, at least from weird Nintendo fans like me, but that's because it is. The new Mario Kart is arguably better, but Double Dash will always be one of the best. The mechanics and controls feel extremely good, and having the ability to not only pick two characters to race as, but also the feature of each character having a unique item is amazing and makes the game a surprisingly unique entry to the Mario Kart series. And then came the Wii. Yeah, Mario Kart Wii is much more popular, especially with mods and memes and stuff, but trust me, it's not as fun. I still like Mario Kart Wii, of course, but like, if it didn't have Funky Kong, I wouldn't even play it. The Wii had a ton of Mario games though, with some of my personal favorites being any of the Mario and Sonic Olympic games, Mario Hoops 3-on-3, not Mario Party, and my favorite of them all, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, baby. I know everyone wants me to say Mario Galaxy, and I love those games a ton. They're near perfect, but I just prefer 2D platformers over 3D ones, so maybe I'm biased, but I prefer New Soup. I know LL Fried Rice, at least, is jumping up and down in his chair right now as he restrains himself from breaking quarantine and coming over to my house, but just hear me out. Obviously, Mario Galaxy is amazing, but one of the things I've always wanted in Mario as a kid was multiplayer. And yes, there was multiplayer in Super Mario World and even the original Super Mario Bros., but it was only for taking turns. That's fun and all, but like the multiplayer in New Super Wii is one of the best Mario multiplayer games ever, and I get an aneurysm every time I remember there's no online for it. I'm not gonna say New Super Mario Bros. Wii is better than Mario Galaxy by any means, means, but I have more fun playing it personally. Anyway, now that there are several dark web hits out on me, let's move on to the Wii U, where every hot take in the book was already said in 2013. Low-key, I almost want to say Mario Party 10 is my favorite Mario Wii U game, but I know where the French went wrong, so I'm not going to encourage my subscribers to behead me and take over the channel. Mario Kart 8 and even New Super Wii U are both bangers, but I still wouldn't consider either of those to be the best. Not that this should be surprising, but my favorite Mario Wii U game was Super Mario 3D World. Not only is this game just straight up an amazing Mario game, but it did a perfect job of combining the multiplayer from New Super Wii and the 3D platforming of Mario Galaxy. Again, I'm not saying the game is better than Galaxy, or even that the platforming is the same, but I hope you see where I'm coming from at least. Oh, for the Nintendo Switch? I wonder which Mario game it'll be. Could it be the Mario and Rabbids tactical game? It's Mario Odyssey. What did you expect? While those may be all the Nintendo home consoles, much like my favorite potties, Nintendo decided to make a portable version of their home consoles, and I think it would be a crime to neglect them. So one day a Nintendo employee was sitting at home playing on the NES and was like, man, I wish I could put this thing in my pocket. Then bam, the Game Boy came out. The Game Boy is a lot like the NES, just minus all the colors. Like those things matter. There was also a Game Boy Color that fixed that for the most part, which I'll be using gameplay for just to be nice on your eyes. So there really aren't too many Mario games on the original Game Boy worth bringing up other than the original Super Mario Land. I haven't beaten this game, but I have played it a good bit and it's surprisingly really enjoyable. It reminds me more of the original Super Mario Bros. Than any of the other ones, and while I know Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels is technically Mario 2, this feels like the real Mario 2. Or like Mario 2, I guess. The final boss of the game is a cloud though that you shoot while you're inside of a fighter jet, so that's cool. On the Game Boy Advance, most of the Mario games were either these weird spin-offs or ports of other Mario games. There were of course a lot of really cool original ideas that came from these spin-offs like Mario vs. Donkey Kong for example, but these don't compare to the mainline Mario games for the most part. One standout banger Mario game on the GBA though was the Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. This is an RPG kinda similar to the one on the NES, but more modernized if that makes sense. It seems like Nintendo, after making the original Mario RPG, figured out a better way to portray Mario in an RPG game, and the creativity in this game is through the roof, and I recommend anyone pick up this game to play it if you haven't before. The Nintendo Double Screen, also known as the DS, was home to a large amount of really good Mario games. And while I really want to say New Super DS is the best one, I'm not gonna say it just to make you guys happier. But I'm also not gonna say it's Super Mario 64 DS, so frick you. Even disregarding those two games, there are tons of amazing Mario titles on the DS, ranging from sequels to the Mario & Luigi RPG to more Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games games. But my favorite Mario game on the DS by a large margin is actually Mario Party DS. This Mario Party game doesn't get talked about as much, but if you're asking me, not only is it underrated, but I think it's one of the best Mario Party games. Like, period. When you and your friends all had DSs and one person had Mario Party DS, then everyone had a good time because you could sit there and literally play Mario Party like you would on a home console with 4 controllers, but on your DS. Unfortunately, the 3DS didn't produce any good Mario Party games though, but luckily there were a lot of other Mario titles. The best one being Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS. It's actually hard to decide which 3DS Mario game is better because there are so many different good ones. Of course, there's Super Mario 3D Land, which is really fun, but I wouldn't consider it to be the best game on the console, and you already know I can't say New Soup 2 without a big letter coming in the mail. With all that being said and considered, my favorite Mario DS game was actually Mario Kart 7. Originally, I didn't think I would play this as much as the original DS version, but I was very wrong. The amount of hours I hid from my mom under the covers of my room playing online with random Mario Karters around the globe is probably way too high, but I wouldn't trade that experience for sleep anytime soon. Oh, and the best Mario Virtual Boy game is Tennis. I think Mario's in that one, right? So that's what I think the best Mario game is on every Nintendo console, and I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. But oh, before I forget, the best Mario PC game is Mario Teaches Typing.
Make a nigga wanna take a step back. I can't fuck that hoe in for ass flat. Don't need no bitch, you can have that. Fuck that shit with a motherfucking ass out. Not in her hair, shorty man, so what? Fuck a nigga bitch, then I dip on shit, that's a